Not so far away, in the northeast region of India, nestled a small village called Chongsu. In that village, there was a school named Chongsu Government Higher Secondary School. One day, the teacher takes the class on plastic pollution and its harmful effects.
Okay, so plastic represents a chemical pollution in several ways, affecting not only wildlife habitat but also on human health. Plastic also affects the growth of crops by hindering the process of photosynthesis in agricultural fields, affecting not only the ecosystem but the entire food chain. Other effects of plastic pollution includes birth defects, impaired immunity, cancer and other health problems. So students, I hope you're all clear with the basic concept of plastic pollution.
Yes, sir.
Alright, good. Now you all have a rough idea about what plastic can do to our environment and to us. I'll divide you into 3 groups. Alright?
Yes, sir.
So this row will be group 1, group 2 and group 3. So each group has to come up with the ways and means to tackle plastic pollution and find out the alternative usage of plastic.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, students. You may all sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so in my last class we discussed about the harmful effects of plastic pollution, and I also divided you into 3 groups, right?
Yes, sir.
I also asked you to come up with the ways and means to tackle plastic pollution and also to find out the alternative usage of plastic, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Alright, good. So now today we shall start with our presentation according to group wise. So group 1, are you ready?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll be representing on behalf of Group 1, and there are our group members. As we all see that there are many plastic bottles and other plastic items dumped in our surrounding, which is causing a lot of harm to the environment. So, sir, our group suggests that we conduct a fundraising program to buy a recycling machine in order to reduce, reuse, and recycle plastics. That's all. Thank you.
Recycling machine. Why recycling machine?
Sir, so that we can make our environment clean and also reuse those waste plastics instead of littering them around and make our environment polluted.
Well, that's a good idea. However, recycling machine is quite expensive and it will not be feasible for students at your level to apply it practically. But nonetheless, that's a good idea. Let's move on to the next group. Group 2, you can come and present your project.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll be presenting on behalf of Group 2, and here are my other friends. Sir, seeing a lot of plastic waste being accumulated and disposed everywhere in our village, which creates health hazard to our villagers. So, to tackle the problem, our group suggests to conduct school social work every Saturday in and around our village and collect the waste materials and dump it in a designated place and burn it so that our village will be clean, free from plastic waste which is causing pollution. Thank you.
Well, cleaning the environment and doing social work is a very good practice. But do you think burning waste materials is appropriate?
Yes, sir. Because it is the only way to get rid of plastics, and burning it will keep our environment clean.
Well, like I said, cleaning and collecting plastic waste materials is a good idea. But burning it will do more harm to the environment than making it any better. Besides, burning plastic waste materials will cause more harm to the environment, and it will also release harmful gases and also many more other diseases. So now, Group 3, you can come and present your project.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, in order to tackle plastic pollution, we discussed among ourselves and decided to look for solutions available in the surrounding. That's when one of us suggested to meet our grandparents who use locally available products instead of plastic products. They rely more on these resources and make useful products out of it. And sir, we even bought some samples to show you.
My grandparents also said they use this kind of bamboo basket for carrying things. Bamboos are locally available and durable. And when this bamboo basket cannot be used anymore, it can be disposed of easily. It can either be burned or dumped in the garden without causing harm to the environment.
See, my grandparents gave me this. They use this as a water bottle instead of plastic water bottles when they go to their fields to work. And also, this is how they carry their lunch to their field. They use banana leaves to wrap the food instead of plastic. They say that the food tasted better and remained fresh when it is wrapped like this.
Yes, my grandparents also, they did the same. My grandparents, they used to carry their water in a long bamboo stands like this, and also use this kind of mugs for drinking their rice beer. Sir, we also feel that our land has enough natural resources to use. So instead of depending on the artificial items that pollute our environment, we suggest we can go back to the traditional practice of using locally available resources and replacing those plastic items by using natural products.
Excuse me? Then what are we going to do with the plastic? Are we going to burn them, or what are we supposed to do?
Oh yes. Actually, I was about to say that point. We have also some ideas to reuse plastic instead of burning it. For example, we can weave plastic baskets like this, or weave doormats like this, which is made of all plastic items. And we can also collect plastic bottles and can be made of broom and other decorative items like this.
Thank you.
Well, that's a brilliant idea. Well done, all of you, on your presentation. You've all worked so hard and you all have presented so well. But what Group 3 has suggested today is something we can all do together at our level. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's work on the suggestions and ideas suggested by Group 3. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me go and meet our principal and see what she says. May I come in, madam?
Yes, please come in.
Madam, I came to share something with you.
Okay, what is it?
Madam, I gave some project work to class 11 students regarding the harmful effects of plastic and also to come up with an alternative usage of plastic. I also divided them into 3 groups, and each group came up with good concepts, but I was really impressed with what Group 3 has suggested. So I came to share their presentation and also to share their concept with you.
All right, let me see.
So Group 3 has come up with a presentation.
The teacher narrates the whole concept to the principal, and the principal was also impressed by it.
Oh, this is a really nice concept. I'm quite impressed. Okay, why don't we conduct a social work on Saturday and implement this idea?
Yes, sure, madam. We can do that. That's a great start. Thank you, madam.
So on Saturday, there was a mass social work in the school. They started cleaning up the classrooms, school compound, and the surroundings, and started placing bamboo dustbin in all corners of the compound. While they were working, the village council chairman and few of his members happened to pass by and noticed the students cleaning and placing the bamboo dustbins. This caught their attention, and decided to approach the principal.
Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, hello. Good afternoon, Chairman. What brings you here?
Well, we were just passing by and saw your student cleaning the compound, doing so many activities that caught our attention, so we came to see.
Oh, yes. Today we are conducting a special program, but this time we are not just cleaning the school surroundings, but we are also implementing a new practice of doing away with plastics by replacing it with locally available natural resources. Come, let me show you around.
Surely, please, madam.
Here, have a look. This is how our students are working with the old plastic items. And these are some of the finished products made out of old plastic.
Wow! These baskets! They look amazing! Are all these products made of plastic?
Yes, they are. Our students have recycled some of the old plastic items as you have seen it earlier. And so these are now ready to be reused. They are weaving baskets out of bamboo. And these are some of the finished products made out of bamboo.
Oh, these bamboo baskets are made so beautifully.
Yes, these are made for the alternative usage of plastics. In a way, it enhances their creativity and artistic skills. Also, in this way, it inculcates the value of dignity of labor in them along with their academic learning.
Very true.
Chairman, here, have a closer look at this flower. It is made of plastic.
Very interesting. Beautifully made.
Chairman, don't you think this practice will be good even for our community?
Yes, it will be really good if it is initiated in our village community as well.
Oh, yes, it will be great. In fact, it will be very good for the community and our environment as well.
Yes, I agree with that. And madam, I would like your student to come and create awareness on the hazards of plastic pollution and to demonstrate how to do away with plastic.
Oh, yes, sure, why not? In fact, it will be a pleasure to send our students to our village and create an awareness.
Okay, we will inform you once the date is finalized.
All right, Chairman.
The village council chairman held an emergency meeting with other council members, and all the members agreed to conduct an awareness program on plastic.
My dear fellow villagers, this program is about the use of plastic and its harmful effects on our environment. So, for this program, some students from Jiangsu Government Higher Secondary School are here to demonstrate and create awareness about the harmful effects of plastic and the alternative usage of plastic. So now, the students can take their time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We feel grateful and privileged to have this opportunity to share with you our thoughts and concept on the adverse effect of plastic and also its alternative usage. Well, before we start, let me show you some picture clips on the adverse effect of plastic and how it's affecting our life and our environment. So, the first picture projected on the screen is clogged drain. Clogged drain often becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. It poses a threat not only to human health but also to animals as well. It spreads various kinds of diseases like diarrhea, malaria, dengue, etc. So, the other picture projected on the screen is river pollution. As you can see in the picture, plastic waste also pollutes the river. It also poses a threat to the marine life and also pollutes the source of water, which becomes unfit and unsafe for us to consume. It also spread various kinds of diseases like dysentery, diarrhea, cholera, etc. And one of the major problems that we are facing today is burning of plastic. So burning of plastic...
Wait. I use plastic to make fires at home. So are you saying that this is harmful too?
Yes, burning of plastic is harmful because it releases poisonous gases into the atmosphere, and if we breathe such poisonous gases, it might cause shortness of breath, dizziness, coughing, and...
This is our daily practice and nothing has happened to us so far.
Yes, it might not affect your health instantly, but in the long run, exposure to such poisonous gases will cause cancer, birth defect, impaired immunity, and also other health problems as well.
So, do you know why are we not being able to yield healthy harvests?
No. It's of no use. We have lots of work to do. Let's not waste our time. And besides that, plastic is so handy and useful in many ways.
Yes, I agree with him. It's a wastage of time. And in fact, I'm so shocked and surprised as to why our chairman would even listen to the school children and call us here for this program.
Shh! Let us remain silent and be patient. After all, we are here in a program. Let us first listen to what this student wants to say.
Well, do you see this picture?
Yes.
Is this similar to what is happening to our crops and fields?
Yes.
Do you know why this is happening?
No, we have no idea about that.
Well, you see, it's because we use lots of plastics and we fail to dispose it off properly and randomly throw here and there. And we burn the plastic waste, thereby polluting the soil, water, air, and causes damage to our crops and our health as well. So we, as a community, should come together to tackle this problem and come up with the best possible solutions we can.
Okay then, what step we should take?
Well, there are many steps to be taken, but we can start firstly by doing away with the plastic
and replacing it with the natural resources available around us.
So students, what are the natural resources that can be used to replace plastic? And is it possible to stop the uses of plastic completely?
Yes, why not? You see, our land is blessed with such good natural resources. In fact, our ancestors, they depended on resources like bamboos, wood, canes, banana leaves, and many other types of resources to make different types of items, to carry things, hold things, and also to make storage items. There was no plastic then, but still they managed to carry on with their daily life using those resources. And they also use those resources to creatively make different types of items. So we feel that we can depend on these resources instead of plastics. Besides these resources, they are easily available, they are cheap, durable, convenient, and even organic. And we have also bought some locally handmade products to show you all, and for this I kindly request my friend to explain it.
So this is can, which can be used to carry wood, water, and can also be used to carry things to go to field. And this is basket, which can be used to carry things to go around, or can also be used as shopping bag. This is plate and spoons, which is made of wood, and it is can be used instead of plastic plates and spoon. And we also have this. This is dustbin, which is made of bamboo. So all this can be utilized as it is environment friendly, and also it is easy to decompose along with soil, whereas plastic materials cause harmful effects on human health.
Then what about the plastics which are no longer required? What do we do with that? Do you have a solution?
Yes, of course, we have solution for that. We can always reuse plastic instead of burning it. For example, see, we can weave plastic basket like this, which is made of all plastic items. And also we can collect plastic bottles make flower pot like this. And also other decorative items like this.
Thank you, students, for opening our eyes. We never knew that burning of plastic is harmful for human beings, as well as how plastic pollutes our environment. Indeed, our village is blessed with rich natural resources, so we need to utilize it, isn't it, dear villagers, dear friends?
Yes. So why don't we all join hands together and work for the betterment of our environment? After all, when nature is giving us so much, we need to be self-reliant and lead a self-sustained life. Do you all agree?
Yes. Thank you everyone for your time. We hope that you have understood about the adverse effect of plastic, and also we believe that you will practice to do away with plastic and make use of the natural resources available. So, we should start from now. You should be the first one to take the step in order to bring a positive change in our village. As a student, I would like to end with a quote said by Mahatma Gandhi: "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." Thank you.
We are so thankful to the principal and the students of Cheongsu Government Higher Secondary School for taking this initiative to create awareness and come up with the alternative usage of plastic, as we have seen and heard how they harm our life. So it is time that we do something to tackle this problem and create a healthy environment for ourselves and for the future generation. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
All right then. Shall we take a pledge to make a plastic-free environment?
Yes.
Now that you have all agreed, may I request Madam Principal to come and kindly lead us in taking the pledge.
Raise our hands and take the pledge. I request everyone to repeat after me. I pledge to give.
I pledge to keep
My plastic waste separate.
my plastic waste separate.
In order to use. I pledge to encourage other persons.
I pledge to encourage other persons
To take this pledge.
to take this pledge,
Which I am taking today.
which I am taking today,
And make this village.
and make this village
Plastic-free village.
plastic-free village.
Thank you everyone. So, the villagers took the pledge and decided to conduct a cleanliness drive in the village under the theme Plastic Free Village. Seeing the positive change and impact in Cheongsu village, the neighboring villagers began to follow the same practice, which led to a healthier and cleaner environment. Thus, the idea inspired by a group of young higher secondary school students impacted not just Cheongsu village but the other neighboring villagers as well.